We're starting off with WWE as the race to crown WWE's first Women's United States Champion is heating up, but a new report may have already revealed the likely winner. The tournament for that US title is currently underway, and tomorrow night, Chelsea Green, Bayley Michin, and Tiffany Stratton will compete for the final two spots in the championship match. According to Dr. Chris Featherstone of Sportskeeda, Green is expected to defeat Bayley and then face either Michin or Stratton in the finals to become the first Women's United States Champion. Featherstone shared a photo of Green but did not reveal her potential opponent for the December 14th match. Green secured her spot in the semifinals after defeating Blair Davenport and Bianca Belair. Green's second run in WWE has been a stark contrast to her first, as during her initial stint, the former women's tag team champion had limited opportunities, but since her return in 2023, she's become a regular comedic presence, much like R-Truth or The Miz. She's also played a key role in the women's tag team scene, initially partnering with Sonya Deville and later with Piper Niven. After being released in 2021, Green's determination led to her return to WWE in 2023, thanks to WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque. What are your thoughts on Chelsea Green potentially winning the WWE Women's United States Championship? Do you support this direction, or would you prefer another competitor to take the crown? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Wyatt Six have been making waves on Monday Night Raw since their debut, and their chilling presence continues to captivate fans. Currently embroiled in a heated rivalry with the Final Testament, it appears WWE is already laying the groundwork for their next major storyline. According to a report from PW Insider, the Wyatt Six are slated to begin a feud with the Judgment Day once their ongoing storyline with the Final Testament reaches its conclusion. For many fans, this showdown feels like a natural progression, as WWE has been subtly teasing this collision course for weeks. PW Insider also suggests that the Wyatt Six will eventually triumph over the Final Testament, paving the way for their next major storyline. Meanwhile, the Judgment Day is in the midst of its own internal struggles, adding another layer of unpredictability to this potential feud. While the timeline remains unclear, the thought of these two dark and dominant factions colliding has fans buzzing with anticipation. Whether it's Uncle Howdy's eerie mind games or the Judgment Day's turbulent power struggles, this feud has the potential to deliver unforgettable moments. What's your take on a possible Wyatt Six vs. Judgment Day feud? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Now, Charlotte Flair is preparing for her WWE return after a year-long hiatus, with new updates revealing it's just a matter of when, not if. On WrestleVotes Radio's Backstage Pass, Joey Votes and TC revealed that Charlotte Flair, who has been on the longest break of her WWE career since December of last year, is set for an imminent return. While it's unclear whether she will return at Saturday night's main event or a Smackdown episode in 2024, they confirmed that her comeback would happen before the end of the year, bringing a major boost to the women's division. The latest reports also suggest that Flair's return could coincide with the debut of Raw on Netflix, though it might happen sooner. Additionally, there are hints that Charlotte will undergo a significant change in her presentation. Whether it's a new logo, attire, music, or lighting, fans can expect a fresh version of the Queen. More injury news as Big Bronson Reed is on the road to recovery after undergoing surgery for a broken foot sustained during Survivor Series 2024. However, the procedure turned out to be more complicated than originally expected. According to Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Radio, doctors encountered unexpected challenges during the surgery. Alvarez said, "I want to wish the best to Bronson Reed, who underwent foot surgery. It looks like it's going to be many months of recovery. From what I heard, it turned out to be more complicated than they thought when they started the surgery. But apparently, they got it all done, and he's on the road to recovery, so all the best to him." While recovering in Birmingham, Alabama, Reed has kept fans informed via his social media, sharing a post from his hospital bed that read, "On the road to fit up," to demonstrate his resolve to come back stronger. This injury comes at a tough time for Reed, who had been building momentum as a dominant heel on Raw. Known for his destructive presence in the ring, his rise to becoming a top star has now been put on hold. With surgery completed successfully, Reed now faces months of recovery and rehabilitation. What are your thoughts on Bronson Reed's injury and recovery journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know who you'd like to see him face upon his return. Now, Drew McIntyre has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind, and his recent appearance on the Busted Open Holiday Party livestream was no exception. The Scottish Warrior didn't hold back as he opened up about the harsh realities of wrestling fame. When I leave this industry, I won't be one of those guys chasing that last paycheck, chasing that last shot of glory. Please remember me? No, when I leave and retire, I'll have accomplished everything. It doesn't matter if you're Mark Henry, Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, Drew McIntyre, or Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you're gone, they move on. They forget. It sucks, but it's true. McIntyre didn't stop there. He shifted his focus to internet critics, delivering a scathing message. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the internet, I don't give a f about your opinion. To cap off the fiery moment, he slammed the microphone to the ground and stormed off the set, leaving everyone stunned. The drama didn't end there. Shortly after, McIntyre took to X, sharing a clip of the incident alongside the caption, "Thank you for making me do this." The post went viral almost instantly, igniting heated debates among fans. Many praised his raw honesty, while others questioned whether he'd taken things too far. One thing is undeniable, Drew McIntyre knows how to keep the spotlight firmly on him. Whether it's on Raw or on social media, the Scottish Warrior is making it clear that he won't pull punches, ensuring his voice echoes loud and clear. What's your take on McIntyre's explosive walk-off? Was it a bold statement or a step too far? Share your thoughts in the comments and let the debate begin. More from WWE as Triple H has finally unraveled one of wrestling's greatest enigmas, as in a candid interview on the Roommates podcast, WWE's chief content officer opened up about his role in the notorious Montreal Screwjob, an event that forever altered the landscape of professional wrestling. Reflecting on the events leading up to Survivor Series 1997, Triple H recounted a pivotal discussion with Vince McMahon regarding Bret Hart's refusal to drop the WWE Championship to Shawn Michaels. Vince had come to us and said Bret's not re-signing and he won't drop the title to Shawn. As tensions mounted and a resolution seemed out of reach, Triple H made his stance unmistakably clear. "I was the least important person in the room at the time, but I just said that if he won't do business, do it for him." This moment, as Triple H revealed, set the wheels in motion for the Montreal Screwjob, where Hart was famously betrayed in front of a stunned hometown audience in one of wrestling's most jaw-dropping conclusions. For decades, fans have debated the true masterminds behind the controversial decision. With this revelation, Triple H confirmed a long-standing theory: he played a central role in the planning of the infamous incident. Triple H's bombshell confession sheds new light on one of wrestling's most controversial episodes, offering a rare glimpse into the ruthless decision-making that defines the industry. Whether viewed as a calculated move or an unforgivable betrayal, his involvement solidifies his legacy as one of wrestling's most polarizing figures. How does Triple H's revelation change your perspective on the Montreal Screwjob? Does it alter how you view this iconic moment in wrestling history? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Yesterday afternoon, Logan Paul dropped a new episode of his podcast Impulsive, where he sat down for an interview with online streamer Phantom. During the conversation, the topic shifted to professional wrestling, with one of Paul's co-hosts asking if he plans to appear at WWE WrestleMania 41. Paul answered, "I'm retired, I'm a dad, bro." However, just a few minutes before, Paul was speaking about himself as a wrestler in the present tense, discussing how much he enjoys working with WWE. While Paul may be stepping back from wrestling after the birth of his first child and his recent WWE United States Championship loss, his retirement declaration seemed less than convincing. As word of his claim spread on social media, former AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page took to Blue Sky to share his thoughts. Hangman Page may have swapped the wrestling ring for his garden lately, but he's still making waves online. On Thursday, December 12, 2024, the AEW star paused his usual gardening updates on Blue Sky to share a cryptic comment about others borrowing from his moveset. Page wrote, "I hope the next person who is given the majority of my moveset to use in the ring is at least kinda cool." The short but sharp comment quickly had fans speculating, with many seeing it as a subtle jab at WWE's Logan Paul. Paul has drawn significant attention in recent matches for using Page's iconic buckshot lariat, a move some fans feel he's blatantly imitating. The post quickly gained traction on the Twitter alternative, racking up over 1,600 likes and 400 reposts. Fans flooded the comments with theories about who Page's comment might target, though the consensus leaned heavily towards Logan Paul. While Hangman hasn't elaborated on his post, its timing has left fans buzzing about whether this is the start of a larger conversation, or perhaps the foundation for a future rivalry between the AEW star and WWE's influencer turned superstar. Who do you think Hangman Page was taking a shot at? Was it Logan Paul or someone else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. More from AEW as President Tony Khan has always been known for his fan-friendly demeanor, often taking time to engage with the AEW faithful. However, a recent post-show interaction following AEW Rampage has sparked intense speculation regarding his stance on Ricky Starks. The fan-favorite wrestler has been conspicuously absent from AEW programming since March, and Khan's apparent reluctance to address Starks has only fueled the rumor mill. A video on X captured Khan conversing with a ringside couple who enthusiastically shared their love for AEW, mentioning it was their 5th show and that they were already planning to attend the next one. Things took an intriguing turn when the fan handed Khan a sign emblazoned with "We want Ricky," requesting his autograph. Instead of signing the sign, Khan hesitated, flipped it over, and jotted something on the back, seemingly avoiding direct acknowledgement of the message. This brief but telling moment hasn't gone unnoticed by fans. Many have taken to social media to voice their frustration over Starks' extended absence, especially in light of reports suggesting backstage issues and his withdrawal from multiple GCW appearances. For some, Khan's reluctance to engage with the fans' request is viewed as a sign of deeper tensions between AEW and one of its most promising stars. While Ricky Starks is set to compete at Glory's Final Warning event in January, his potential return to AEW remains uncertain. Fans are now left speculating whether Khan's hesitation signals unresolved backstage politics or if it was merely an awkward interaction. Tony Khan's split-second decision to sidestep the "We Want Ricky" message has become a lightning rod for discussion, with many fans dissecting every nuance of the situation. Whether it's indicative of larger issues or just a misstep in the moment, one thing is clear: this incident has amplified the spotlight on Starks' AEW future. What's your take on Tony Khan's response? Is there more to the story behind Ricky Starks and AEW? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Toni Storm is officially making her return to the ring, with her comeback set for AEW Rampage. Winter is coming this Friday. Storm made a surprise appearance on this week's Dynamite during the main event of the Women's World title match between Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. Fans were shocked to see Storm ditch her old-school 1950s persona in favor of a red and black leather look. Storm's last AEW in-ring appearance was at All In 2024, where she lost the AEW Women's World Championship to Mariah May in a dramatic match at Wembley Stadium. Now, with her iconic music and persona back in action, Storm is determined to reclaim her position in the AEW Women's division. The December 13th episode of Rampage was taped on Wednesday in Kansas City. Skip ahead 15 seconds if you want to avoid spoilers, where fans saw Storm face Harley Cameron as part of an exciting lineup. Toni Storm defeated Harley Cameron with the Storm Zero finishing move, marking the beginning of what could be an exhilarating new chapter for the former champion. Toni Storm's return did not sit well backstage, with Brian Alvarez sharing on Wrestling Observer Live that the reaction was overwhelmingly negative. He explained, "Do you know how many people I talked to in AEW yesterday? And every last single one of them, aghast may not even be the right word, appalled that Toni Storm's return is on Rampage. I swear to God this is true. You could have 200 people lined up outside Tony Khan's door last night, one by one. All 200 of them could have gone in there and said, 'This idea is stupid.' And do you want to know what had happened at the end of the night? He'd have still done it, because that's what happens." With AEW Rampage nearing its end in early 2025, it's surprising that AEW chose to have Storm's in-ring return on that particular show. What do you think? Was it the right decision for AEW? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Fans have been eagerly awaiting Britt Baker's return to AEW, especially after Serena Deeb reignited their rivalry with her bold "Nobody Cares" shirt during AEW Collision. The pointed jab left many wondering why Baker hasn't been around to clap back. Now Sean Ross Sapp is clearing the air and putting the speculation to rest. On his podcast, Sapp addressed the situation, saying, "She was at the GalaxyCon thing. A lot of people asking where she is and all that. I don't want to speak for her. I know there have been some times where they have tried to book her, and 1, she got sick, 2, she was in the middle of physically moving houses and making sure she had a home." It turns out there's no major story behind her absence, just real-life challenges like recovering from illness and relocating. While fans had hoped to see Baker return to the ring and reignite her feud with Deeb, her focus has been on personal matters. With the AEW Women's division constantly evolving, Baker's return is sure to shake things up. For now, her fans will need to be patient and wait for her to make her comeback with all the intensity she's known for. What's your take on Britt Baker's time away from AEW? Do you think she'll pick up right where she left off with Serena Deeb? Share your thoughts in the comments. AEW fans have been speculating about the Gunn Club's absence from programming for nearly 3 months, and the mystery has finally been unraveled. According to Fightful Select's Sean Ross Sapp, the hiatus is tied to an injury sustained by Austin Gunn, which has kept both him and his brother Colton off AEW TV. The injury reportedly sidelined Austin for several weeks, disrupting the duo's ability to compete. Meanwhile, sources from WrestleCade and within AEW indicate that Colton Gunn has been cleared to wrestle as of this week. However, it remains unclear whether additional factors have contributed to his absence or if he has simply been waiting for Austin's recovery. Known for their charismatic antics and sharp-witted promos, the Gunn Club has been a standout act in AEW's tag team division, with Austin's recovery reportedly progressing well. Fans are eagerly anticipating their return, which could be just around the corner. The brothers are poised to bring back their trademark energy and potentially reassert their dominance in AEW's tag team scene. Good news for Adam Copeland, as the former Edge has scored an Emmy nomination for Supporting Performer in a Preschool, Children's, or Young Teen Program for his fiery portrayal of Ares in Percy Jackson and the Olympians. The series, which boasts 16 Emmy nods, showcases Copeland's seamless transition from wrestling to acting, earning praise from fans and industry insiders alike. Competition is fierce, with fellow castmate Lance Reddick, Zeus, and Netflix's Sarah Rafferty, My Life with the Walter Boys, also nominated. The Children's and Family Emmy Awards will be held on March 15th in Los Angeles, where Copeland will learn if he's taking home the gold. Regardless of the outcome, this nomination cements the rated R superstar as a rising force in Hollywood. What's your take on Adam Copeland's Emmy nod? Could he clinch the win? Share your thoughts below. WWE is going all out for its final Monday Night Raw episode on the USA Network, set to air on December 30th from Houston, Texas. After nearly 20 years on the network, Raw is preparing to transition to Netflix, with its debut episode scheduled for January 6th at the Inuit Dome in Los Angeles. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE is planning a special send-off to honor the long-standing partnership with USA Network. They're not shortchanging Houston, the report states. There's been a lot of work to go into the finale of Raw on USA. It's been a long time that they've been on that network. They're going to do a nice send-off. Fans can expect a nostalgic experience, including a video package highlighting the most iconic Raw moments on USA over the years. WWE is also ensuring an unforgettable show, with the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament and possibly other high-profile matches for the Houston crowd. With stars like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and John Cena already confirmed for the Netflix debut, the final Raw on USA is shaping up to be a night of celebration, reflection, and anticipation for what's ahead. What are your thoughts on Raw's move to Netflix? What are your favorite memories from its time on the USA Network? Share your thoughts in the comments below. TNA news now, as Carlos Silva is now stepping into a new leadership role as president of Anthem Sports Group, according to an official announcement from Anthem Sports and Entertainment Inc. Silva will oversee major properties such as TNA Wrestling, Invicta Fighting Championships, and Fight Network, focusing on their growth and distribution. Reporting directly to Anthem president and CEO Leonard Asper, Silva brings a wealth of experience with a 30-year career in sports and media. Previously, he led organizations like the Professional Fighters League and World Team Tennis, and played a crucial role in the creation of the Olympic Channel by facilitating the sale of Universal Sports Network to NBC. And we're ending with WWE, as Kevin Owens is currently one of WWE's top stars during its most successful era, but speculation about his future with the company has been growing, as there's been no confirmation of him signing a new contract yet. In an interview with Alex McCarthy of Daily Mail, Owens provided an update on his son Owen's potential wrestling career after previous discussions about him possibly following in his father's footsteps. When asked about his son's in-ring training, Owens stated, "No, there's still interest, but I'm not pushing him to do anything he shouldn't be doing before it's too soon. I started training when I was 14, I had my first match at 16, and while I feel pretty great for my age, I'm 40 now and have been doing this for 25 years, I probably could have benefited from waiting a few years and starting my career a little later. Obviously, the circumstances are not the same for him as they were for me. I had no idea where to start and felt like time was against me at any point of my career because you're not getting any younger. You've got to get your name out there. Now the way things have changed, I know some people that might be able to help him. He's focusing on his school and other stuff when he really is ready to dive in head first. He has all the tools at his disposal, so I'm not rushing him, and he is not in a rush either. He is still growing from what I can tell. I think that's not going away. For a fun fact, Owen already has a pinfall victory of sorts over current AEW commentator Excalibur. During a PWG show in 2008, a 6-month-old Owen made an appearance, which led to Excalibur calling the baby ugly. In response, KO hit 3 pile drivers on Excalibur before placing baby Owen on top of him for the pinfall victory. What are your thoughts on Kevin Owens' contract situation and his son's potential future in wrestling? Share your thoughts in the comments below.